person who often compare yourself with others? Then this video is for you to help you realize that comparison is a thief of your joy. You may be comparing yourself with your sibling, neighbor, cousin, or a famous person in social media. Once you start comparing, you will never find an end. Comparison is a battle in which you can never win, because when you start comparing, you forget your best qualities and you compare your worst part, your wounds, your flaws, and your failures with others' success and their best. So you can never win. Cheetah is the fastest and one of the most beautiful animal in the world. But when you compare the muscle power of cheetah with any other big cats, cheetah will fall short. So comparison is the easiest way to kill the uniqueness of something very special. Now, I would like to narrate a story to give a better picture of the comparison what I am talking about. The story starts with a homeless man on the road in a major metropolitan city in the middle of the day. The sun is beating down fiercely and there are very few people on the road to give alms. Feeling hot and tired, he stretched out on the pavement while supporting his head with one arm and started wondering why his life had come to this. He happened to be outside a well-known multinational corporation. His eyes fell on the security guard outside the gate. If only I had a job like that, well-paid security guard of a prestigious company, he thought. Cursing his lot in life, he slipped into a disturbed sleep. Meanwhile, the security guard was sweating buckets. As he looked longingly into the air-conditioned reception of the office building, he spotted an assistant carrying some files from the reception to somewhere inside the office. How I wish I were in the office like the assistant. My life would have been so much easier, thought the security guard. The assistant had a large stack of files to deliver to people on several floors in the office. It was tiring work, locating the people on each floor and giving the correct files or document. He barely had any time to relax. He reached his final drop-off point. Here you go, sir, he told the tech lead and wiped some imaginary sweat off his brow. Thank you, said the team lead, continuing to type furiously on his laptop. At that moment, the assistant thought to himself, if only I had the technical skill of the tech lead, my life would have been so much better. The tech lead was giving the finishing touches to the PowerPoint deck he had been working on since morning. How I wish I could be working on project instead of doing this presentation for my manager. Wait, what I'm thinking? It would be better to be a manager. At least I would have someone else to do the presentation for me. My life would have been so much better, thought the tech lead. The manager walked into the tech lead's cabin and asked, Is the deck ready? Can I review it? Yes, sir, replied the lead as he started explaining the presentation to the manager. The manager suggested a few changes to the presentation and was finally satisfied. He looked at his watch. It was almost time to meet the CEO and make his presentation. He took his laptop with the presentation and set it up on a projector in the conference room. The CEO walked in right on time. Good morning, manager. Thanks for putting this together for me. I have a lunch meeting with a client at a nearby fancy restaurant in an hour. So we have only 10 minutes to go through the presentation. Just tell me the essential information, said the CEO. Yes, sir, said the manager. The manager thought to himself, here I am slogging the whole morning to get this presentation done for the CEO. But lunch at fancy restaurant is more important for him. How I wish I was a CEO having fancy lunches and making a ton of money from rich clients. My life would have been so much better. The CEO quickly looked at the slides and thanked the manager and left for his client meeting. He was mentally preparing himself for the meeting as he got into the car and started driving. This was an important client he was meeting, and next year's company's success largely depended on this client. The CEO was very nervous about the meeting. When he drove out of the gate, he spotted the homeless man lying on the pavement. The man is sleeping so peacefully on the pavement without a care in the world. How I wish I would be carefree like that. My life would have been so much better, thought the CEO as he drove his expensive car to the fancy restaurant. Wherever difference exists, comparison also exists. Nobody is free from comparison. Comparison is acceptable when you compare your current performance with your previous attempt. When you compare yourself with others, you are doing yourself an injustice. One of the famous quotes about comparison is, "Don't compare your inside with others outside." When you observe other people, you are seeing what other people want you to see. You cannot see what is going on inside them. You can never read others' mind. They try to show their best to you, but you can see inside yourself. You see every time you fail, every mistake, and every failure. So when you compare your flaws with others' success, it is not a fair comparison. Instead, compare yourself with yourself. Compare your today with your yesterday and strive to make every today of yours better than your yesterday. That's positive comparison. Compete with yourself to do more and better in the future. You're not a loser. You can always be better at something in the future than you were in the past. Comparison is a thief of happiness. Now, let us see some useful tips to stop comparing yourself to others. Be grateful. Gratitude is absolutely the way to bring more into your life. Start your day with a thank you. Be grateful for what you have. That make you realize how privileged you are in your life. Appreciate yourself. Take a pause to appreciate yourself. That will lift you up. Don't let society define your success. You know who you are and what you need. Don't long for others to recognize you. Do what you love. By doing what you love, you will enjoy the journey of your life. You will be inspired to do more, and this will give a feel of satisfaction. Accept where you are. Sometimes you can't change few things which are out of your control. So say yes to such things and accept it. Compare you with yourself. Compare yourself with who you are yesterday. This will motivate you to do better every day and improve your quality of your life. I hope this video benefited you. Thank you so much for watching.